Reporting from GenCon 2016, I'm here with Brendan with the best hair I've ever seen him with. He's going to tell us a little bit about Vikings on Board, the new game by Blue Orange. Thank you.
Yeah, so Vikings on Board is a worker placement game. A little bit of take that with beautiful 3D ship components. So it's a standard worker placement game. Your Vikings are your workers, and the buildings are where you're going to place them. Each building has a special power, and when you select that power, you will manipulate the ships in some way. So your objective here is to have the most of your shields on a ship when it sets sail. Whoever has the most of their shields on a ship is going to get first pick of that ship's treasure. So that's another action you can take, is to add treasure to a ship. Right now this is the only ship with treasure on it. So when a ship sets sail, and that's another action you can take, set sail, but when it sets sail, the player with the most shields on it, in this case red with 1, 2, 3 shields, is going to get first pick of that treasure. If there was a second treasure on there, second pick would go to second place, and if there's a third treasure, it just keeps repeating. Since blue and yellow, the other colors, are not on this ship, they do not get its treasure. So that's the main way you're going to score points, is when a ship sets sail, having the most shields, you're going to score its treasure.
And when does it set sail?
So if you choose the set sail action, you take one of the remaining ship end pieces and put it in front of you. At the end of the round, you will choose one of the ships with treasure on it to set sail. So the player who chooses that action gets to choose which ship will score that round. So that's the main thing you're doing, is the set sail action. The other actions, these they're kind of color coded. We have these pink actions over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are how you move the ship pieces around. So one of the actions lets you swap the location of any 2 pieces. Another one lets you move any piece to the back of another ship. And then another one lets you move any piece in your own color to the back of another ship. Similar action, but just limited to your color. And then the last movement action lets you move a piece in your color to the front of the current ship. And this is because in case of a tie for number of shields on a ship, the player closest to the dock will break the tie. So if we both have 2 shields, whoever closest to the dock will break the tie. So 1, 2, 3, 4 actions to move ships around. We went over the set sail action. These 2 right here are how you put treasure on a ship. And then these 2 are something I haven't talked about here. These are ways of placing bets. So half your points are going to come from the treasure you get from ships setting sail. The other half are going to come from correctly placing bets on which color will control the ship. So when you choose that action, you can place a barrel on top of the color that you think will control that ship when it sets sail. And if you're right, when it sets sail, you'll score that barrel and you'll put it on your shield as points. However, if you're wrong, as red was this game, that bet stays where it is. If you choose this action, it will let you move an existing bet to a new circle. So if you ever mess up, you can choose that action to change one of your bets. And that's basically it. The game is over when 7 ships have set sail. That's when we run out of these end pieces here. At which point you're going to add up your points from the treasure you've gotten from the ships, plus the correct bets you have, and player with the most points wins.
The game reminds me, I haven't played it, but from what you say, it reminds me a little bit of a Imhotep.
Yes, we've had that comparison a lot. It is very much a Imhotep. It's a little bit lighter, because we make, children's and family games. It's a little bit lighter, and it's a little bit more, it's more like take that. Imhotep's already pretty take that, but this one is even more so. Because
in the way you can sort of like, get in each other's way, and
like basically every single action is a way to get in somebody's way.
And also the scoring mechanics have been more linear and straightforward than in Imhotep, but there's also that betting element that you do not have there, and that seems quite nice. Okay, so this is Vikings on Board. Is it being released here? GenCon 2016. So if you're stopping by the con the next couple of days, you can get it here. Otherwise, where can people find it?
It's going to be a mass release, hobby stores, toy stores online.
So like right after the con?
By September.
By September.
Yeah, we rushed in 200 units for the con, and then it will hit retail when the ship gets here.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.